Hey viewers, welcome to VL Astrology once again, a one-stop channel where you will get all the transit videos as well as tutorials related to Vedic astrology, the sidereal system that I follow. And today I am going to be talking about true Rahu transiting through the Krittika Nakshatra after its completion of its stay in ROHINI moon's Nakshatra. And this is a very important transit. And why the true notes? Because this actually is, the actual movement of Rahu and Ketu. That's why I follow the true nodes. To understand about the difference between the true nodes and the mean nodes, you can watch my video. I will be sharing the link in the description box of the Rahu transiting through Ardhara Nakshatra, where in the initial summary part, I've explained the difference between Rahu being true Rahu and the difference between the mean nodes also. So that's a very important video. You will get a lot of clarity. As you all know, Rahu moves backwards, and this Rahu is going to be in Krittika Nakshatra, 3 padas in Taurus sign, and 1 pada in Aries sign. So how do we go about this transit? This video is in segments. I will be explaining Rahu in Krittika, and then the Nakshatra as well as the Navamsa position, the dates. And lastly, the sign-wise predictions, that is the ascendant or the moon sign, whichever resonates more with you. That's how these videos are going to be about for the ones who are watching me for the first time. And if you like these videos, please do subscribe my channel. Think about liking and sharing as well. I'll be really grateful. So I have already made Rahu Ketu transiting through the sign of Taurus Scorpio. I have made several parts. You can get all the parts in the playlist section under the Rahu Ketu. And if you want, I can definitely be pinning it down, the links to those videos I'll be mentioning in the description box as well. Now, this is a very crucial transit. Why? Because Rahu is going to be in Sun's Nakshatra. And Sun and Moon basically get eclipsed by this Rahu, Ketu. Okay, Rahu and Ketu are one. They're just 180 degrees apart from each other, but they are just one energy, basically. Now here, Rahu is going to be in the Krittika Nakshatra, which actually leads to a lot of global events which can anticipate. Now let me share the screen and share the time of the event which is taking place, and then we move on to the sign-wise predictions. Okay, so here we start with Rahu's transiting through the Krittika Nakshatra. The very moment I have erected this chart, when Rahu is going to be in Krittika Nakshatra, that is Delhi, India time on the 19th of September, 22:54:47. So this is the time which is mentioned here. So Rahu is going to be in Krittika, and Sun, the ruler of this nakshatra, is going to be at that time in Virgo sign, conjunct Mars and Mercury, and Rahu is aspecting the zone as well. Now, how to check this transit? We have to see the Rahu's condition, of course, in your natal chart. We have to see the condition of Venus, who is the ruler of Taurus sign, and lastly, the nakshatra ruler, that is Sun, in your natal chart. You should also check the Mahadasha, Antradasha, or Pratyantardasha of these planets in case there is any of the dasha. So this Rahu's transit is going to be very, very crucial and important and impactful. Also, you have to see the transit position of Sun and Venus as well. Now you see Sun and Venus will be transiting through the signs one by one. Sun will be, because this transit is happening from the Rahu in Krittika is happening from the 17th of 19th of September till the 11th of July. Sorry about the dates. 11th of July 2022. Now till the 17th of March 2022, this Rahu is going to be in the Taurus sign and will be going backwards to Aries sign in the last pada of Sagittarius from the 17th of March 2022 till the 11th of July. Now you see, that is the reason true notes are very important, because the dates are not equally distributed. They are divided into unequal distributions, and they go direct also. And this year they're going to be going direct also. I will be making a separate video. That's a very important and an impactful time as well. This Rahu is going to be in the Navamsha of Pisces to start with, then Aquarius, Capricorn, and lastly Sagittarius and Aries. Okay, so we have to check the condition of Jupiter and Saturn as well. Now, in your natal chart, what is the condition of Rahu? What is the condition of Sun? What is the condition of Venus? And then comes the Navamsha rulers, that is Jupiter and Saturn also in this Taurus sign. So very important, the relevant ones. And we have to check, Sun will be transiting through the sign of Virgo to start with, and then we'll be going into Libra sign. In Libra sign, we do have the aspect of Saturn in Scorpio from the, I will be mentioning all the dates in the description box. Don't worry, you can go and check that out. In Scorpio sign, it will be conjunct Ketu. Then in Sagittarius, it's going to be hemmed between malefics, Saturn and Ketu, the Sun. And then it will be, then this Sun will be moving into Aquarius sign till the 15th of March. So we have to see how it is forming a connectivity with this Rahu and other planets, this Sun, and that will be impacting all the signs and all the placements of the other planets. Now here we have to see the condition of Venus also. Venus is in Libra sign when Rahu is transiting through the Krittika Nakshatra. Venus is in dignity here. Also, Venus will be going retrograde and will be conjunct Ketu also this year. So these are very important and crucial transits when Rahu is in Krittika Nakshatra and Taurus sign also we have to see. So till the 17th of March 2022, Venus's transits are also very important to check. Now, when these kind of combinations are happening, what is happening? So let me tell you first, what is Rahu? See, Rahu is associated with the spirit in materialization. Rahu is actually the indicator of the worldly desires, fame, greed, higher intelligence also. We should not forget that. And anything which, requires manipulation and kind of obsessive behavior, that is the Rahu energy in you, predominant in you. Then there is, Rahu is related to foreigners also, foreign lands also. Something very unique, something which is very different, that is Rahu energy. And Rahu is a Vata or airy energy also. So, these can lead to diseases related to, your stomach also, digestion issues, if you feel that is the abdominal ulcers also is seen from this Rahu energy. Your speech can go very harsh whenever there is a Rahu in the second sign of the natural zodiac. There is also, when you see there is a lot of clutter around you, that is Rahu energy, and something which is stinking, any kind of sewage or any kind of seepage in the house, all that is because of this Rahu. And poison, anything to do with the drugs, the medicines, that is also denoted by Rahu. And as the story goes, that when in the Puranas, it's written that when God Vishnu was dispensing the Amrita, the nectar of immortality to the gods, then this, this Amrita, the nectar, was actually the churning of the ocean. As you all know, there was this nectar and ROHINI, the form that God took. So to distribute the Amrita. So what happens, this demon Swarbhanu sat in the queue where it was getting distributed to the gods, the Devatas. So what happened, Sun and Moon actually discovered it, that Swarbhanu is basically the demon who's actually going to be attaining the immortality by sitting here. So they actually conveyed this to Lord Vishnu. They disclosed the identity of Swarbhanu, and out of anguish, Lord Vishnu with his disc, the Sudarshan Chakra, cut off his head. And Rahu had already consumed the nectar. So it was there. And, that is why Rahu and Ketu are still there. They are the shadowy grahas, but still they are alive. That's why we feel we do feel the, presence, whatever. That is why, it's said whenever the eclipses take place, we can't see the sun or the moon. It's because of the Rahu Ketu energy. So, but when Rahu Ketu, when Swarbhanu apologized, so they were just granted that if they will not die, but they will always be around to set the example of cheating. If you cheat, what happens? If you manipulate, what happens ultimately? That is how, these stories are so important to make us, learn our lessons of life. Now, when Rahu is in Krittika Nakshatra, basically, what happens, this is going to be in Venus's sign. So the authorities might, get very, the authorities might make wrong decisions, or the leaders, the topmost position leaders might have some kind of confusion. See, whenever we are talking about this energy of Rahu and Sun and Venus, in this Krittika Nakshatra, when Rahu is in, this means the fire of purification or the fire of destruction. It's all up to you. Krittika is that fire, that action. Krittika is that knife which can cut the vegetables for a chef, and also can lead to a murderous attitude, or you can just harm somebody also. Either which ways. How do you utilize it? Krittika is also the nakshatra of nurturing. Not to forget, the Kartikeya story, there were six sisters who actually took care of this adopted child, Kartikeya. And Kartikeya, also foreign lands, because, Kartikeya sat on the peacock and went down south and other places, and also took the encircled Lord, the whole world, the whole globe, to reach, and take blessings of the mother and father, Lord Shiva and Parvati. Many stories actually attached, and I really love to narrate all those stories. It'll take too much of time though. But yes, when this fiery energy of Krittika is actually forming connectivity with this Rahu and also Venus, so this can either burn the significations of Venus, that is the, the relationships, the economical issues that we are going through, the downhill, and also can aggravate the desires to complete the task and materialize, the material bent of mind of ours. And there can be a lot of ego clashes which can happen amongst the leaders. This also is denoted by adoption, because as I said, the story goes, of Kartikeya. So when these six sisters adopted Kartikeya, it can also lead to some countries handing over their policies or handing over their country and giving that making the other countries' leaders the in charge. It's like they will be adopting that country in a way. That is how, we can relate. And also, it can lead to some kind of, elevation for the people who are involved in cooking. They are chefs, they are engineers into medicines, drugs, or radio, food technology, wrestlers related to computers, also, aviation, like engineering in aviation can also be, getting that elevation here. And this can lead to a lot of travels. It can just start with that. And also, it is like, setting up your goals, being action oriented. This is the time you should be action oriented. Because in Rohini, it was not that kind of action, it was just a laid back attitude. And now is the time to move ahead with your set goals and take a step further. Don't break the rules. Don't be too desirous in your relationship, in making money also. Don't leave your value system. The core value system is very important and essential because this is, after all, the Taurus sign. And Taurus sign is also about food, is family, is about our value system. You might just get inclined to have spicy, oily foods, and that can lead to some ulcers or indigestion often with this nakshatra transit. And this knife that I'm talking about, any kind of sharp object, any kind of harshness in your speech can actually spoil things for many, many years. Okay, because this Rahu will visit this Krittika Nakshatra only after 18 years now. So for good 18 years, or maybe at least 6 years, you will have some bitterness, or you will make it up. And this definitely is going to be a very powerful energy. This is the time you will actually be able to distinguish between who's who, which all people are supposed to be in your life, who all, and what kind of work or job or any kind of thing that you're doing, whether you really want to do that kind of thought process, clarity you're going to get. So this is definitely a very powerful combination. You will focus on, the relationships. You will be focusing on not just relationship, but, whatever illusion you're having in any relationship, you will get the clarity now. Okay. And you will definitely find the right kind of career path, because this is sort of a clarity in everything. So it is also the leaders, the world leaders and the authoritative figures also. So you have to be giving up your ego, and you will have to move ahead with this type of conjunction in a positive manner. Take it in a positive stride. It is a very, very powerful combination which is happening, and you have to check the Venus and because Rahu will give the results of the dispositor Lord Venus, and then next would be Krittika Nakshatra Lord, that is Sun. So a long video, but this is a very important summary. That's why I'm explaining everything to you. See, you have to check the nakshatra and the Navamsa transit also, similarly that, it is going to be in Pisces. So where your Pisces is 11 places away from Taurus. So that's a very positive one. Aquarius is 10 places away from Taurus. And similarly, Capricorn is 9 places away from Taurus. So these are very good placements, very good Navamsa transits. So I feel that this is definitely going to be a very positive transit for you, and it will bring a lot of clarity. and you will be able to fulfill your desires as well if you have that fire in you, if you have your zeal alive in you. So keep on kicking, keep on setting the goals and achieving those goals as well. Also check the dasha, if you're running through the dasha of Rahu, Sun, Venus, especially. So this transit is going to be very, very crucial. And this is an Aquarian age. This is the Kali Yuga. If you have a powerful Rahu, definitely you will have your goals that you have set will be achieved, because Rahu is in dignity in this sign. And also, if you are having some kind of strength to your Saturn and Venus and Mercury also, or either these, then also you will feel that whatever obstacles you go through, they get actually the hurdles, you overcome them as well. Any kind of health issues that you're having will be getting cured. You will find the cure, because this also will give you that Krittika also is viruses. So coming over with the viruses is also quite likely with this transit of Krittika Nakshatra of Rahu. So definitely a very positive one for the researchers, for the ones who want to be into speculation, speculative income, very good for them. And the ones who want to do the research and astrologers also, it's a very good transit. And the best remedy for this is that you have to keep your head covered when you go out, number one. Secondly, you should not pick up any kind of arguments with the authoritative figures. This definitely is going to lead to, these are the practical remedies for one and all. Otherwise, what will happen, there will always be a confusion, and this gap will be a very long gap, and you will not be able to bridge this gap. It will be a permanent thing. And if you want to do the chants, you should do the Durga chants. I will mention in the description box, or you can worship Lord Hanuman also. Durga, Hanuman, Lord Shiva. These are the actually gods you should worship. And Lord Kartikeya, because it is the Murugam, as we say, the Lord Muruga. That is also because Rahu is in Krittika, and Krittika is Kartikeya, and Kartikeya is the Lord of Krittika also in a way. So you should actually worship Lord Kartikeya. So all these are very important things that you must know. And on the global level, you must make sure that the eclipses will be really very tough times, as it was when the eclipses took place in the Rohini Nakshatra. So solar eclipse of December, then the lunar eclipse of May, June, when this Rahu was in Krittika, and then the eclipse that we are heading to in the month of November, that is 18th, 19th, that is also going to be a very crucial eclipse. So we have to be extra cautious at that time. Also, there is an eclipse on the 4th of December, and that's the time when Sun will be in Capricorn conjunct Saturn, aspected by Rahu. So that will be a very crucial eclipse for that reason, because Sun will be in the sign of, in November, Sun will be in the sign of Sagittarius and then in Capricorn. So that is the time when you will actually feel the, that the worldly, on the worldly level, on the global level, there can be major things which we can anticipate. Okay. So just do the remedies, do the Durga chants, you will definitely be able to sail through these as well. Okay. Coming to the sign-wise predictions now. Just very. All right. So coming to the Aries sign first. For Aries natives, this Rahu is going to be transiting through your second house. And this Rahu is in the, one second, let me change the nakshatra. Okay. So Rahu is going to be in Krittika Nakshatra and is, the Lord of the 5th house, that is sun's nakshatra, and also the dispositor Lord Venus is going to be in the sign of Libra to start with. So you have to check the condition of Venus. Whenever you check, you have to see where Venus is transiting through. But in the 2nd house, when this Rahu is transiting. So this is the period when you can be thinking about your finances in a bigger way. You have set your goals. Now is the time to achieve them also. Very good time for speculative money if you want to make. Also, there can be some problems related to your bowel, your stomach. So you have to be very careful in your food habits. You have to eat timely meals. It's said that when Rahu is in this nakshatra, in the 2nd house, there's a lot of fire, the vata. So you have to be taking care of your stomach region, and your diet. And at times it's so that, you are not able to eat on time also. And there can be some very favorable times for the students who have to plan their foreign trips. This definitely is going to be bringing about some major change in your life, and this is going to be giving you some kind of success academically as well. In case you have any elderly people in your house, at home, so they will try to actually, maintain the peaceful atmosphere. So you should seek their blessings during this time even more. It's like a Sun and Rahu combination. So it can lead to some kind of, we can say, Pitrudosha also. But you should actually be taking care of your elders, take their help, take their advice, maintain that peaceful atmosphere, and take their blessings during this time. And don't be too harsh at speech. Don't be too egoistic. Okay. And this is a good time for the stock market. Stock market might improve also. You can be little hasty, little impulsive in making decisions. And also, in your love relationships, you can have some kind of trouble related to, your maybe some break coming your way, or there is some bitterness in your relationship, which you have to actually combat. Depending on Venus's transit, of course, Venus will be changing signs, so that will also change, modify things as well. Okay, so we have to be very alert as to where Sun is, where Venus is, to understand this Rahu's transit, because Rahu will not work on its own. It will work only by the aspect of the planet, conjunction of the planet, dispositor Lord's placement, and the Nakshatra Lord's placement also. So all these we have to see. Thankfully, Jupiter is also looking at this zone. So to start with, it will be in the Pisces Navamsha. So when this Rahu is in Pisces Navamsha, you will feel that you are getting connected with the foreigners more. Foreign income is coming your way. Backwards, it will be coming on the 5th of January 2022 to 14th of Feb 2022 in Aquarius Navamsha. So that is the time when you will be taking advice from your community you move around and your friends, and they will advise you where to invest, where to park your funds. Some influential people you'll be coming across, and they will be actually helping you sail through this tough times that you're going through. So seek their help and take their advice. Or maybe you will be definitely, taking favors from the government also, and that will be actually positive. Then in Capricorn Navamsha, when this transit happens of Rahu will be in Capricorn Navamsha also, right? So that is like, forming a connectivity with Saturn. So this is the time when people will have some unrest. You will have some problems related to, your job. Maybe there is some job change coming, or maybe you travel to foreign countries, or untimely meals, and having some stomach problem often, headaches. All those things can come up. You will have pain in the feet, maybe on the bones. So all those you have to take care of. So the best remedy is to chant Durga chants and worship Lord Hanuman also during this time, definitely, and Lord Kartikeya. It is definitely going to be very positive for you. You should actually make the best use when it is when Rahu is in the Pisces and your Aquarius Navamsha. The dates are in the description box also, if you want to refer to that. Coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. For Taurus natives, this transit of Krittika Nakshatra, Rahu transiting through Krittika is happening over your first house. And being the lord of the fourth, and in Venus's sign, which is also the ruler of your sixth house, not to forget there is going to be some connectivity with the sixth house also. So this will bring about a lot of concentration on your looks, on your health, and you will be actually concerned about your health, can give you self-centric approach towards yourself. You want to just seclude yourself or isolate yourself from the people around you. You can be very to yourself person during this time. And also there can be that you actually go in for some major changes in your life. If you are a researcher yourself, it's a very good combination. It's a very good placement. If you're an engineer, you're a doctor, or you are into any kind of research or speculation, this is definitely a very positive transit. But at the same time, it can seclude you from people. You might just be very cautious about your health during this time. There can be that you have to work through the energies even more. The action-oriented you can become very egoistic. You can become very concerned about yourself. And also there can be that you are going to put a lot of effort if you're a student yourself. So this is a very favorable time for travels, for education. If you are related to any banking or finance sector, it is very positive. Marketing also, as a matter of fact, it's a very positive one. And if you are into the government job, this can be little problematic phase for you, maybe with the authorities, or maybe there is some force which is actually going to be applied and you're going to be changing the job or shifting out from the current position, which is like a demotion also. There can be some expenditures which are going to be too much and excessive. So you might feel a little uncomfortable for that reason as well. And for a relationship, of course, this is a moderate time. You will be having good connectivity with your partner. You might just make some impulsive decisions. So you should actually seek advice from your partner where what to be done. Also, the best remedy for you is to seek advice and seek blessings of your elders. If you want to do the chant, you can do the Vishnu Sahasranam part also. You can do the chants of, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namaha. Or you can say Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om. Okay, either which ways, 108 times every day. Okay, try doing that, you will feel better. And, Durga chant, basically Durga Saptashati is the puja that we must do. Anything, from that book, if you can do, it will be really good. Coming to the Navamsha position, your Navamsha positions for Taurus is going to be the 11th house, 10th house, and backwards if we go the 9th house. So these are very positive Navamsha. I've given the dates in the description box. Please see when is Rahu transiting through Pisces and Aquarius and then Capricorn in Taurus sign. Then, of course, Sagittarius would be in the Aries transit. So here you will be having, when in Pisces, this is going to be the time when you will be making some policy changes, innovation, because this is a fiery, energy. So you will definitely be utilizing it, focusing on the growth and innovation. You might change your job when it's in Aquarius. You might form a connectivity with the seniors or the senior officials or the government or some government jobs, you're going to be getting, if you're taking the exam, services, that's going to get approved. You're going to clear it. In your 9th house, that is your Capricorn Navamsha. So that is the time when you will be feeling restricted. Maybe you have to take care of your father's health, some issues you have to actually resolve with your elder sibling, older sibling, or your father, or something to do with your sibling spouse. There can be some kind of uneasiness because of this. But definitely the luck is by your side. As I always say, Saturn is in your 9th house. The luck is by your side. Whatever you will do, the luck will favor. But make the right kind of decisions. Take advice from the people around you when it's in the Pisces Navamsha. Jupiter's placement is also very important to see when the Pisces Navamsha transit happens of Rahu, because it will give the result of the dispositor, only the dispositor Lord. All right. So see the condition of Venus, see the condition of Sun in your natal as well as in the transit. I will be making the videos of the Venus transiting through the signs. Venus will be conjunct Ketu also. So that's the time when you will have some problems in the relationship. It's like secludes you from the relationships, you're in, or the finances. Okay. So do the chants, do the Durga chant. You will definitely feel better. Now I'll do the signs quickly. Because in the first 2 signs, I've explained thoroughly, and it was required. Now for Gemini natives, this Rahu is going to be in your 12th house in Krittika Nakshatra. And sun sign, that is Leo, is 4 houses away from this. That is the 3rd house lordship of Sun. So you have to see the Sun's position, how Sun is moving. And, I will be making the videos on Sun's transit, Venus's transit. Venus transit is very essential. Check if you're having the Dasha or Mahadasha, Antradasha of Rahu, Venus, and Sun. In case either or these Dashas are running, so you will definitely feel the results even more. It will be pronounced even more. So here in the 12th house, you might just form a connectivity with the overseas people. Maybe you are going to be shifting out from the place you are right now. You're going to be having some kind of, purchase of property, purchase of vehicle, materialistic accomplishments is also quite likely. And also this can give you some kind of connect with in your relationship with your partner and with your siblings, also with your neighbors. Maybe you will have some problems with the neighbors also. In case you're preparing for, the PR, you want to apply or you want to go overseas. So this might be the time, or, you have to go in for the visa thing. So you should be doing it, now. This is a very positive and a conducive phase for that. Any kind of investment opportunities, if you're looking at stock markets, crypto, anything, this will definitely be a positive move for you. This is a positive transit for you as well. Just make sure that the Navamsha transits are also favorable. Only then, because the whole phase cannot be the same. We cannot write off the whole phase, or we cannot just say that this phase is going to be very smooth. Not all phases are the same. Okay. So this is a good time for investments, good time for relationships, and also good time for forming a connectivity with your neighbors, your friends. You should actually chant Vishnu Sahasranam, or you should chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om. Okay, 108 times. So when this Jupiter is going to be transiting through Pisces, Aquarius Navamsha, that's a very good positive transit for you, for changing the place, changing the job, for elevation, promotion, forming connectivity with the influential people, government people. If you are into services, you will definitely get elevated. Or if you're taking the exams, competitive exam, you will find that success coming your way as well. Now, dependent upon Venus's transit, which you have to check from time to time, I'll be mentioning that as well. Also, you have 8th house transit of Navamsha position of Rahu. That's the time you can have some health issues. You might not be eating on time. You might eat wrong foods. So that can give you some stomach problem, digestive issues. So you have to be careful when in Capricorn Navamsha, this Rahu is transiting. Lastly, it will be in Aries and will be transiting Sagittarius. I'll be making a separate video of the same. So you have to check yourself as to how the position in your horoscope of Rahu, Sun, and Venus is. But definitely a very positive transit for the student natives. And just when it's in Capricorn Navamsha, that is the time you have to take care of your health. All right. So just enjoy this transit, I would say. Coming to the Cancer sign, ascendant or the moon sign. For Cancer natives, this transit of Rahu is happening in your 11th house in Krittika Nakshatra, and Sun's rulership is in the second house. So this will definitely elevate you in finances. Definitely a very fiery kind of an energy, and dependent on Venus's transit also. Venus is very important. You have to check Venus's transit. So this will be giving you a lot of positive energy. In case you are planning for some job change, you can go ahead with it. Elevation is there. Promotion is also quite likely. Progeny prospects, IVF treatment, if you have to take, you should be going in for that as well. And there can be some, troubles with the older siblings. Maybe there is some kind of confrontation you have to go through. And this will definitely be positive for the ones who are preparing for the government jobs. They will be getting some kind of job for sure in this sector. Okay, good for investments, good for crypto, good for stocks, SIPs. It is a very good time. And travels, will be maybe very less, or maybe you want to, but you're unable to. So for relationships, of course, this is a very positive transit. You should, cover your head wherever you're going out. You should take care of your, maybe with a black cap or a blue cap. You should cover your head for sure. Okay, and also this will be the time when you will actually explore new things, because it's the innovation time. You might just be getting carried away emotionally in your romance, and you have a setback. So you have to be very calm and composed and then make a decision. The partner is going to be maybe a mature partner, or there is something which is definitely the marriage proposal coming your way also. Sun will be transiting through. I will be mentioning the dates when Rahu is in Krittika Nakshatra, and Venus's transit dates also I will mention all of them. And this definitely is going to be when in the 9th, 8th, and the 7th Navamsha, when backwards it's moving in Pisces, Aquarius, and the Capricorn Navamsha when Rahu is in. So you have to be careful when Rahu is in the Aquarius Navamsha. That's your 8th house. So that's the time you can have some obstacles, hurdles, delays, frustrations in whatever you're doing, because it's a fiery energy, which is, that this Rahu is, this sun is emitting to this Rahu. But at the same time, Rahu is the causer of the eclipses. So this can give some problems to your father. This can give you some health issues also. So make sure that you take care of yourself at that time. When Rahu is transiting through the Capricorn Navamsha, you can have troubles or irritations with your partner even more. So dates are there. So just make sure that you note the dates down. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om. This is the chant you have to do for 108 times. And you can do Durga Shaptashati also. That part is good. And you can do Hanuman Chalisa also. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Leo. For Leo natives, Rahu is going to be in the Kendra from your Lagna Lord. That is the Lagna, which is the first house. And Rahu is in Krittika Nakshatra in your 10th house. And we have to check the Venus's condition also from time to time. Venus will be changing signs and will be conjunct Ketu also, on 2nd of October. This will be conjunct from 2nd to the 30th of October. Venus will be conjunct Ketu. So that will bring about some uneasiness on the home front. You might just leave the place where you are living and you will go and you will join some other job maybe. Promotion on cards. Maybe, you're going to be changing your workplace, your environment, or maybe there is a change in the seniority. There can be takeovers. Maybe some other company takes over your company. So, but yes, very positive time for financial elevation. You're going to be doing well in finances, and take care of the eclipses time. The eclipses are in the November and December month. That is the time which is very crucial. and Kaal Sarpa is also going to get activated. So you have to be really, really careful about your job, your health, and also your relationship. You have to take care of these things. There can be something to do with your progeny or child also. Maybe the child is going away from you and you're quite distressed because of that. Or maybe there is some, you can anticipate some major changes because, here in Navamsha of Pisces, Aquarius, and Capricorn, which is 6th, 7th, and 8th, houses of yours. So when we bring this Rahu energy here in the Rashi chart, so what happens? This will bring about some hurdles and frustrations also. At the same time, people might backstab you. People might just speak something against you, conspire against you, and the seniority might not trust you. That is also quite likely. You might be defamed. Some secrets might be revealed. So you have to be extra cautious in Pisces Navamsha especially. In Aquarius Navamsha, this is a good Navamsha for the business startup, something new. If you want to initiate something new, very positive. Okay. And in Capricorn Navamsha, when Rahu is in, that's the time you can maybe, start some new job, something new, something different, something unconventional, because Rahu is something thinking about out of box. So this can lead to some confrontations with your colleagues also. Not a good time for taking loans. With your relatives, you can have some clashes also. The 6th house energy says so. So you have to make sure that you do things which are actually, not in impulse. So maintain your peace, maintain your cool during this time, and no ego clashes also. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om. This is a chant you have to do for 108 times every day. If not every day, at least on Thursday and Sunday, you should do this chant. This is definitely a very powerful chant again. As I've always told you, I donate chants, the ones which I have done myself. I've completed the number and I'm able to donate. It's no harm in chanting without taking the chants from somebody. But at the same time, it's better that somebody is giving you the chant. The sanity is maintained. Okay. These are the rules which are laid in the classical text. I'm not speaking by myself. So there must be something attached to it, some authenticity attached to these, right? Or some relevance. So we must stick on to those rules. Okay. You can do Durga Shaptashati also. That is also very positive. And Hanuman Chalisa also. Mars is your Yogakara Graha. So you can do that as well. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. So for Virgo natives, this transit of Rahu is happening in your 9th house, and Sun rules the 12th house of yours. So this transit, you have to see what dasha you're running, where your Rahu, Sun, and Venus are in your natal chart, and see the Navamsha movements also of Pisces, Aquarius, and Capricorn in the sign of Taurus. So you have to be taking care of your health first of all, because this can give you stomach related issues, or it can give you some kind of intestinal issues also. Kidney stones, gallbladder stones. You have to take care of all these things. Very good time for preparing for an interview, for an exam, for career growth, travels, planning your future ahead. This is definitely a very positive one. In case you're having some problems in your relationship with the superiors, that's also going to improve gradually. You will find a job opportunity, better job opportunity, and that will be an elevation in your career. So this is a very positive transit for you for that reason also. And this is going to give you some kind of travels which are going to be leading to something other to the next level, I would say. Some higher learning, see something unconventional. Whatever you've studied, now you're going to be studying something very different. It's not going to be the conventional education that you've already done. Maybe you will take up something new, some new subjects, which are definitely going to be very helpful to you, to look for another job if you are thinking of a change. Okay. You have to do Aditya Hridaya Stotram. That's a very positive chant for you in case you want to, do the remedy. I will actually mention the link of that. It is very essential that you chant it properly. If you don't want to chant, you can listen to that also. You can hear it. Okay. So be patient, don't lose your cool, and be confident. In case you're having some kind of troubles, you will definitely feel that, now you're gaining the strength also. So that is because Sun's rulership is the 12th house. So if you can do the Aditya Hridaya Stotram, that will be very good. Now, this is also the time to take care of your health. You will definitely enjoy the curing of the health also. In case you are finding, you've not found the cure till now, you will find the cure also. You'll be working very hard. You'll be very focused. You have to stay focused. All right. And in case you're having some problems in the ancestral property, it is also going to get resolved. Maybe, with your father, or your siblings, you're going to be having, excuse me, you're going to be resolving these issues. Pisces, Aquarius, and Capricorn are the Navamsha movements of Rahu during this time. Dates are in the description box. Very good time for making decisions regarding your relationships. You will now get the clarity as to you want to be in the relationship or you want to part ways. Also, in the 6th house, when Aquarius Navamsha is active, you might just want to do things in a way where you want to clear all the debts of yours, loans, litigation, whatever you are going through. All that is going to get cleared now. 5th house, that is Capricorn Navamsha, when this Rahu enters, there can be some break in your relationship, some problems with your children, or maybe children are parting ways with you, they're separating, or they're going to be studying abroad or working abroad. That is also one of the reasons for the distant relationship that can also happen. Also, we have to see the condition of Sun. When Sun is transiting through different houses, Venus is transiting through different houses. So all those energies are also very important to see. So do watch my forthcoming videos on Venus transits and Sun's transits. That will actually give you the right kind of, predictive related to this transit of Rahu in Krittika. In case you are having any kind of trips that you're planning with your friends and family, quite possible. And in case you are having some kind of problems or dissatisfaction with your partner, that is also going to get resolved, and you're going to be having some spiritual quest also, which is going to be very positive for you. Okay. Try fasting on Thursdays. It will be a good remedy for you, I can think of. Okay. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. For Libra natives, this Rahu is transiting through Krittika Nakshatra in your 8th house, and Sun rules the 11th house. You have your Lagnesh, when Rahu is in Krittika, Lagnesh is in the 1st house itself. That is a very positive transit, of course. But yes, Rahu in the 8th house might, give you some kind of health issues. You can have some problems related to your chronic diseases, chronic pains, secret affairs might just come to limelight. You have to be very careful of the scandals, because Krittika is also scandals. It will bring about the scandals in the limelight. So all those energies are pretty heightened during this time. If you are a research-oriented person, this is a very positive transit. Positive transit for the astrologers also. If you have, you are into astrology, and this is the 8th house transit of Rahu. So this is very good for occult sciences, for your for occult sciences, as well as your research job. In case you are in anything you're studying, you want to get deeper into it. So very positive for you. Just mind your speech, mind your behavior. You can be very bitter with people. In case you are seeking some kind of foreign travels, so this might bring about some foreign travels that is moving away from your hometown or home place. Okay. And in case you are feeling that the money is depleting, no money coming in, so don't worry, this is just a passing phase. Everything will be fine. Everything will fall in place also. Nothing to worry about. Okay. You can do the remedy. Let me think of a remedy for you. For you, I think you can do Hanuman chants, Hanuman Chalisa, and you can do Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om. Okay, 108 times you have to do, and that too on Wednesdays and Sundays if possible. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio. For Scorpio natives, this transit of Rahu is happening in Krittika Nakshatra in the 7th house, and Sun rules the 10th house of yours. Check the condition of Sun in your natal chart, Venus's condition, Rahu's condition in your birth chart. See, when Sun is moving into the Libra sign, it is in debility. So that is the 6th house transit from Rahu also, not to forget that. So that will be a little tough phase for you as far as your relationship is concerned, as far as your income is concerned from the overseas. Some overseas connect, if you have, it will cause some problem or the other. And expenditures might increase also at that time. So you have to be very cautious and be prepared for these kind of transits. Also, Rahu is going to be in your 7th house, as I said. So this is going to be, you have to avoid having spicy, oily foods. Not a good time for student natives also. They have to really work very hard. If they are on point 1 to reach point 5, they have to really, really work hard. So maybe, people are going to get that spot very easily, but for you, it is going to be like only success after the hard work. So this is going to be a very good time for investment purpose. Financial sector is going to flourish, but rest of the things are not going to be. That is like status quo right now. I don't see major changes happening with Ketu Rahu axis active also. So it is little difficult, when Rahu Ketu are over your 1st house or your 7th house. Okay. Also, this is going to be giving you some kind of travel, some kind of import export business, and your patience definitely will be paid off. Okay, so don't get overwhelmed with the relationship, and with the people around you also. Quite emotional you will get this week. Okay, so the best remedy that I can give you is that, chant. You should chant. I think I will give you Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om. Okay, and you should do definitely for Aries and Scorpio natives, and for Leo and Cancer natives. I always say Hanuman Chalisa is the key, because Mars is the ruler and a strong graha for these natives, for these risings. So if you will do these chants, if you will do Hanuman Chalisa, you definitely will gain a lot of strength, and it will be really, really very positive for you. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. For Sagittarius natives, this this Rahu is going to be in your 6th house, and is in Krittika Nakshatra, the ruler being the 9th house lord. So this will bring about some clashes with your uncles, your aunts. Check your dasha, check the position of Rahu, Venus, Sun in your natal chart. So this will definitely be bringing about a lot of clarity amongst the people. You might feel void despite of having everything. You feel that there is something amiss in life. So that is because of the Rahu energy here in the Rahu energy in the 6th house. So this can lead to some clashes with your co-workers also. There can be some government jobs that can, be little difficult to find and seek. Okay, so you have to lie low. You must prepare for your exams. You must clear those service exams, by the time Rahu is in the Sun's Nakshatra. So take care of your sentiments. You should not hurt others' sentiments. Be careful about that behavior of yours. You can be very annoying also at times. So this is the time you should actually do Vishnu chant, that is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So for basically, for the ones who rule Jupiter sign also, they should do these chants 108 times on Thursdays and on Sundays. Definitely you will get good results. And remember that the Navamsa movements are from the Kendra, that is from Pisces to the Pisces, your 3rd house, that is Aquarius, and your 2nd house, that is Capricorn. So we cannot just say the whole nakshatra transit of Rahu is going to be bad or good, because it's going to be moving in the Navamsas also. So in the Pisces Navamsa, definitely very positive, because it is the sun's, Jupiter's sign. And this also, the Kendra rulers are definitely very strong. So for Sagittarius, Pisces, this is a very strong placement, either of the houses if Jupiter is placed. Also, this transit is going to, this is the transit. So you have to be very careful in your, you have to be very positive, you know, and take care of your diet also. You can have some sweet tooth and can lead to some health issues, stomach problems also. Take care. Okay. And do not get into any kind of litigation or loans and all, you know. And Navamsa movement, you have to see, you know, when Saturn in Aquarius sign, in Capricorn sign, this is going to be bringing about some connectivity with your siblings in a very different platform. So I've mentioned the dates below. You can just go back and see what dates this transit of Rahu is happening in the Navamsa, which is very important. You know, the whole transit we can't write off. We cannot just, there is some balancing impact also because of the Navamsa movements. Okay. Yeah. So do Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya for 108 times. Okay. For Capricorn natives, this transit of Rahu is in the trine, that is happening in Krittika Nakshatra in your 5th house, and Sun rules the 8th house. So there will be some obstacles, some health issues, but by the end of the day, but you will win the situation, because it's after all Sun. Sun is also considered to be the healer. Sun is the source of energy, light. So this transit of Rahu, we have to see Venus's condition in your natal chart. We have to see Sun's condition also in the natal chart, and Rahu's condition in the natal chart. If you're running through the dasha, then the impact will be doubled. Okay. So here, when this is happening, you have to first thing first, you have to take care of your digestive system. You can have some trouble in the stomach region. You have to get it diagnosed. Don't ignore it. As it is, you know, this Rahu is in the 9th house, Lord's Nakshatra. So you should seek blessings of your father-like figure. Sorry, 8th house. I'm so sorry. 8th house Lord's Nakshatra. So you can have some difficult times because of loss of your, you know, maybe name and fame. Some secrets are being revealed, and you're going to be feeling a little uncomfortable. So be prepared for all these kinds of things. It can happen. It might not happen also, depending on your personal chart, of course. Okay, these are all indications. You can seek for better job opportunities if you want to. This is a good transit for that, and you will actually believe in yourself, I would say. You should believe in yourself. You should have that self-confidence, which you're losing out on. So this will, that aura, when you build up, you know what happens, people start acknowledging you that way. So you should actually do things which are very positive for you, and which are definitely going to bring about some positive energies in your life as well. Okay. In your career stability, you should read Hanuman Chalisa. You should, and avoid getting into a new relationship. It's not advisable. See, this Rahu is going to be in the Navamsa also of Pisces, Aquarius, and Capricorn, one after the other. That is why the whole transit is not supposed to be based on Kritika's transit of Rahu only, because it's going to be in the subdivision of Navamsa division also. So here it is first to start with it, because it moves backwards. So it starts with Pisces. So for when Pisces Navamsa, this Rahu transits is a 3rd house. So it will bring about some confusion, some lack of cordiality with your people around you, neighbors, your immediate circle you move around in. So you have to balance things out. Read Hanuman Chalisa, read Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om. This chant for 108 times every Saturday and Sunday. This definitely will enhance and boost your negative energy, the positive energy in you, and subside the negative energy in you as well. Okay, you will make right kind of choices, right kind of decisions. In the 2nd Navamsa, that is the Aquarius Navamsa, when this Rahu transits, that will be like focuses on making money, growth prospects on cards. Definitely a very positive transit. Also in the first house, you will feel that there is a lot of uneasiness because of Saturn and Rahu, double the Saturn impact. You might just feel isolated with people. You feel that I've used this person, that's it. That is also going to be the approach. So you decide what kind of approach you want to carry and what kind of image you want to carry in front of others. So you have to take care of all those things. And this definitely is going to be giving you some kind of energy towards your workplace. Check the Venus's transit positions also. That's very crucial because Venus is going to be in your 11th house with Ketu next month in October. So October, you have to maybe make certain really strong decisions and strong choices. So check the Navamsa dates, the Navamsa transit of Rahu. And in case you want to go in for some childbirth, some progeny, IVF treatment, you should avoid all those things. Speculation time, no, not favorable at all. Okay. Check the sun's position also when sun is transiting through a particular zone. So how it is, the Sankranti, as we say. So there is an eclipse in November and December. So that is the time you have to be extra cautious again. All right. Coming to the second last sign, that is Aquarius. For Aquarius natives, this Rahu is transiting through your 4th house in Krittika Nakshatra, and sun rules the 7th house of this zodiac, that is Aquarius. So you see, when Rahu is in the 4th house, the energy is towards family, but something different, something about the family also. It could be that you are not able to connect with them. There are certain things that you are going to face financially, career-wise. There can be some setback that you can face. But with this sun's transit, you have to see where sun is going to be, how is it placed. So to start with, it is in the 8th house. So this is not a good time for investments, not a good time for making decisions regarding your relationships also. In case you have any health issues, this might aggravate those. But yes, the virus is going to subside with this transit because things are going to get gradually better. Here, this Navamsa position transit is from the 2nd house. So 2nd, 1st, and lastly, the 12th house. So this is also going to be about financials, about yourself. Maybe you become very self-centric also during this time. So you have to figure out as to what you want to do. There can be that you have to work harder than before, the usual times. Some exams coming your way, or maybe you are working and you're working till late. There is an average time for finance-related natives also, in case you are into finance. So definitely very positive. So avoid investments, I would say, in case you are planning to. Just try and avoid, because this is not considered to be that great a transit for the Navamsa transit that I said. Okay. So the best remedy for you guys would be chant Hanuman Chalisa 108 times if possible during the week, spread over the week, or you can do at least for 11 times every day. If you have anything that you've actually, there is something that you have promised to the Lord, to the divine, I will do this and this will happen. So just try doing this, try this out. It is definitely going to be very positive for you. Okay. Some problems at the place of work you're already facing, so you have to make peace with it because you don't have any choice right now. So Venus being in the luck house, definitely very good for health. In case you're having some health issues, you definitely are going to feel better, and some good treatment you're going to be starting also. Very positive. Okay. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. So for Pisces natives, this Rahu is going to be in your 3rd house in Krittika Nakshatra, and the ruler of the Krittika Nakshatra, that is Sun, rules the 6th house. You have to check the condition of Sun in your natal chart. You have to see Venus, you have to see Rahu in your natal chart and see which dasha you're running. Even if this is not matching, at least your dasha will definitely match somewhere or the other. So it is a collective destiny, as we all know. So you have to, just take care of your chronic pains or any kind of diseases that you're having. And you should actually, because luck is not by your side. Sorry to say that, because of Ketu looking at your first house, and Ketu in the ninth house being the, in the dispositor, is combust also, not to forget. So this is not that easy kind of a transit. Not good for progeny, not good for competition success. You have to work very hard. In case you're appearing for the services, you have to really work very hard. Also, this leads to some kind of clashes with your partner. It can bring about some ego clashes. It can bring about some speech related issues also. Stomach region, you can have some problems because you're not eating well, you're not sleeping on time also. Okay. So I think that you should take care of yourself. And in case you're looking for some kind of investments in the investments or any kind of purchase of property or vehicles, you can do that as well. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And I hope you all have a great transit of Rahu in the Krittika Nakshatra. This is a very important transit. You should actually make the best use of your energy. That fiery energy, don't use to destroy others or yourself. The best is to enlighten yourself, focus on growth, focus on that fire, that fiery energy to beautify your life and to purify your life. Meditate and be more successful very soon. All right. So stay blessed, everyone. Thanks for watching. Om Tat Sat.